Better pray you don't. I'm gonna find that white Prius.
Who bombed Dwight's Navigator and shocking twist explain. The finale of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 7, revealed who was responsible for blowing up Dwight Manfredi's Navigator and wounded Mark, but it also introduced a brand new cliffhanger. At the end of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 6, Dwight's Navigator exploded, trapping Tyson's father inside. Dwight has introduced several new opponents to the Tulsa King Season 2 cast, but only one of them might be guilty. The most recent episode established who it was, but their motivation for attempting to kill Dwight, as well as their mistake in capturing Mark instead, may require further explanation. On top of the terrible drama with Dwight's car, Tulsa King Season 2 Episode 7 continued numerous season-long storylines and moved the show closer to some significant developments. Chickie's authority over the Invernizzi crime family is deteriorating, as is Cal Thresher's control over Jackie Ming and his Chinese gang. Meanwhile, Dwight's gang is dealing with its own issues, with the cannabis shop employees becoming increasingly delusional and Tyson continuing down a dark and violent path. Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 7, had a lot going on, so here's a recap of everything Is Vince going to take Chickie out on Tulsa King Season 2? Vince's meeting with the other families indicates that he wants Chickie dead. Chickie has been losing control of the Invernizzi Mafia family since he murdered his father, Pete, in Season 1 of Tulsa King. Vince appears to be getting set to take advantage of Chickie's negative reputation. In Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 7, Vince convened a conference with certain high-ranking members of the other New York criminal families to request permission to succeed Chickie as head of the Invernizzi family. While the other gangsters will have to confirm with their separate superiors, they appeared to be agreeable to the notion, and it appears that Vince will have the opportunity to displace Chickie. It remains whether Vince's onslaught against Chickie would succeed. Chickie has made some extremely stupid decisions and frequently makes poor judgment calls, but Vince isn't the brightest bulb either. Chickie is likely to recognize Vince's attack coming, especially since he is upset with his captain for taking the attention during the Atlanta sit-down, and Vince could be the one to die. Even if Vince wins, he will face even more hurdles. One of the reasons the other gangsters were so open to Vince leading the Invernizzi family was that he vowed to make right with Dwight and open up new trade routes between New York and Tulsa. Dwight hates Vince and broke his jaw in the show's opener, so he's unlikely to be more willing to deal with him than Chickie. Granted, Dwight has calmed off and begun to think from a more business-oriented perspective since then, so Vince's risk may pay off, as long as he can defeat Chickie. What Bill Bevilacqua intends to do with Dwight. Bill values Dwight's financial success more than his disrespect. Bill Bevilacqua did not set the bomb on Dwight's automobile, and he appears to be stepping back from active hostilities. During a meeting with his gang, Bill's men tried to persuade him to strike Dwight and blame it on New York, but Bill had another plan. As Bill noted, Dwight earns too much money, and now that Kansas City is gaining from the sit-down deal, attempting to kill him makes no sense. For the time being, Bill would prefer to keep Dwight alive so that he can keep his money. For the time being, Bill would prefer to keep Dwight alive so that he can keep. One key aspect of Bill's choice was that he did not totally reject the idea of killing Dwight. If Dwight ever becomes more of a burden than his financial flow allows, Bill may opt to kill him later. Bill would most likely want to wait until he had enough guys to take over Dwight's previously established activities in Oklahoma so that he could continue to make money. However, that appears to be a long way off, so Dwight is most likely safe from Bill for the moment. There was, however, one significant occurrence toward the end of the program that may have swayed Bill's mind. Why did Jackie Ming bomb Dwight's Navigator in Tulsa King Season 2? Jackie asked Dwight to stop interfering with Cal Thresher and his. Jackie Ming is the answer to Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 6 Key Mystery, who bombed Dwight's Navigator. After Dwight arrived looking for Cal Thresher and inquired about the white Prius Tyson observed, Jackie revealed that he had his man, Hanjin, install a bomb in Dwight's car. However, as the ATF agent stated at the beginning of the episode, the bomb's remote detonator went off too early, which is why Mark was hurt in the blast rather than Dwight. It does not fully explain why Jackie chose Dwight in the first place. Jackie essentially told Cal why he attempted to kill Dwight. Jackie saw Dwight as a threat to his men, his influence over the workers, and the farm's income, so he decided to deal with him promptly and decisively by killing him. Jackie may also have attempted to assassinate Dwight since he was distracting Cal. Jackie and Cal have a rocky professional arrangement at best, and he must rely on Cal for his commercial connections and legal resources. Dwight was distracting Cal, reducing Jackie's income, so he was determined to eliminate the distraction. Though the police are likely to seek out Jackie Ming because of his ties to the Chinese gang and his involvement in the vehicle bombing, Dwight is unlikely to turn him in. Dwight despises the idea of ratting, so he would be far more inclined to deal with the matter himself. Now that Dwight has a partial number plate number from the white Prius, Jackie Ming is likely to be on his radar shortly. Dwight will likely have to go through a few shell firms and various layers of concealment, but Jackie will be at the end of the trail, setting up a bloodbath between Dwight's crew and the Chinese gang later in Tulsa King Season 2. Given his dislike for both Jackie and Dwight, it's impossible to predict how that conflict will play out or who Cal Thresher will support. Whatever happens, Jackie and Dwight will eventually have to confront. Thank